The housemates have been nominating for 1 hour and 25 minutes. Brian nominated Jonty and Cara Louise. Carol has just nominated Amy and Cara Louise. So far, Cara Louise has 4 nominations. Jonty has received 2. Amy and Jerry have received 1 nomination each.
Jerry, please could you give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
I made an effort today, but I haven't made an effort in the thinking process. The first person, though, will have to be Amy. She's the only one, let's say, who is gonna benefit clearly by being here, because that's her job. She's a glamour model, she needs exposure, and it's part of her job to create publicity about herself. Thus, it makes me very, very suspicious that she attached herself to Liam from the beginning. I have no doubts that she fancies Liam, and she probably fancied him before she came here, but I have suspicions that maybe she thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a little bit of romance and a little bit of a storyline, a kiss and tell on the way out. So that's not a nice thing if that's the case.
Now could you give the name of your second nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
It was a difficult decision, and it has to be Jonty. Watching a 37-year-old man talking to bears and farting and burping, doing this, it's just a little bit too much for me. It's just, you know, I know we're all very, very strange people here, but it's a little bit too much because I'm having a serious conversation with him about, I don't know, history, and he'll be like, rah! And you know, you just cannot take him seriously. He's just like living with a 7-year-old child who, unfortunately, you cannot give the excuse of being a little child because he's a 37-year-old man, 3 decades late. Move on.
The next housemate to nominate is Jonty.
Please could you give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
The first one is going to have to be Jerry, I'm afraid, and he was sort of telling me that on the outside world everybody totally would have ignored me, and that's possibly true, but maybe I didn't want to hear that. I mean, you've probably seen yourself, I get a bit paranoid, a little bit frightened of authority sometimes, so perhaps I'm not the best person to... so I'm getting a bit upset having to nominate people that I actually like. I think he was just being funny, but, you know, maybe I'm not the best person to do that to.
Are you okay, Jonty?
I'm okay, so I'm not sorry, I really don't like doing this at all. It'd be right if there was anybody I didn't like. There's actually nobody in the house that I don't like.
Jonty, now could you give the name of your second nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
The second person's Cara. Just sort of sometimes I get the impression, I don't know, sort of, I don't know if looking down is the right word, but it's just that slight feeling of looking down at me a little bit, as if I'm, I don't know, like an idiot. Well, I suppose I am, but...
Cara Louise is in the diary room. Her first nomination was for Jonty.
Now could you give the name of your second nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
Okay, my second nomination is going to be Amy. Basically, I felt more betrayed by her than I did by Jonty for just putting us all up so easily for nomination. It really upset me how I thought that we had bonded, but we obviously hadn't. And so I just kind of can't trust her. I went like that, so it's just my arse. My shorts were in place. I didn't have my flies done up earlier though, that was a little bit embarrassing.
When she comes back, remember, we have to ask her about she's done the Kama Sutra.
Oh, what?
Calendar. She's done the Kama Sutra calendar. I find it very funny.
Is she?
Yeah.
She talking shite or what?
Sorry?
She talks a bit of shite sometimes. She also said that she drank 16 cans of Red Bull in a day, so...
She probably has.
This is Big Brother. Would Liam come to the diary room?
First nomination is Cara Louise. Canny enough lass, but she's not very exciting. and she's already telling us how bored she is and how she's thinking about going home, and you know, for me this is a gift, like, and I have no time for people who can't appreciate what they've got. Second nomination is Jonty. He's possibly one of the funniest blokes that I've met in a long time, but he's so irritating. They're sitting on the floor farting all the time. Bloody, the first few times it's a laugh, like, and then it just starts to eat away at you. And like, you still laugh, but you just think, stop doing that, it's really bugging us.
As Cara Louise has received 6 nominations, she will definitely face a public vote alongside the twins. Tracy is the next housemate to nominate.
My first nomination this week shall be Amy. I think she's quite sly, she's quite devious. She's in here for one reason only, I think, to further her career. Now Chanel's left, she's sort of like jumped in that space, and that's quite hurtful to certain people in this house, that she's just taken over there. And with Liam, she's seen him, what he's like on the outside and what sort of people like him, what girls are after him and that, and she's watched that and she's tried to get in there with him. Probably because he's, in her eyes, a good-looking bloke, and he's got some dollar in him. But yeah, she's quite sneaky, and we don't need that sort of person in here.
Tracy's second nomination went to Jerry.
What factor are you using? Factor a billion or?
15. So you're just putting a bit on my back?
Yeah. No drama?
I'll do yours.
No, man.
Ziggy is the final housemate to nominate.
My first nomination is Amy. She does like to talk about herself a fair bit. I don't think she's as natural as she could be. I overheard her saying that, you know, the twins were her best friends. You know, she loves them so much. I find it very hard for someone to come in and replace maybe Chanel in the way of with the twins and stuff like that. You know, that's weird to me. You know, I think even Charlie was natural with them, but I don't think Amy's that natural. I think she knows what she's doing. That's what I say.
Now could you give the name of your second nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My second nomination is Jerry. Myself and Jerry haven't really got on this week and stuff like that. We've clashed in a big way. He's kind of got a bit arrogant and quite a big for his boots. He's very, very patronising the way he talks to you. I do think that he believes that he is way too clever for this place, and kind of belittles everyone in his own way. You'll walk in a room and he'll be talking about you. You know, he goes on about the band a lot, and you know, I came in here to not really want to talk about the band. And he mocks it in his own way, but I mean, I'll be the first to, you know, you can mock it, but, you know, I'm the only person in here with a top 20 single, something like that, you know. I'm not, I think it's, you know, my past is quite cheesy and stuff, but I'm still proud of it in my own way.
Cara Louise received 6 nominations. Jonty and Amy each received 5, so all 3 will face a public vote on Friday alongside the twins, who automatically face the public vote. Jerry received 4 nominations. Ziggy, Tracy, Brian, Liam and Carol received no nominations.